Hey YouTube, Spirit Smoker here. Today we're smoking out of a new to me custom built full bent here. This is my first bowl through this, and so far I really like it. Very heavy pipe, but it's balanced really well, so it's actually not a bad clencher. In it, we're smoking some Drew Estates Harvest on the Hudson, which is very, very good. The writing on the back here, unfortunately you can't really find this stuff too much anymore, but if you do get a chance, I recommend it. On the back here it says, "We used to go up Hudson in the fall and go apple picking at the orchards. And this is the memory of those times, all packed into your bowl. Mild and wonderfully flavored, or flavorful, with notes of freshly cut apples, and a smooth blend of Virginia Burley and Cavendish tobaccos." Well, I'm definitely getting the apple. The tin note was amazing. It's a very, very good tin note. How's the room note, sweetheart?
It smells fantastic.
She likes it. This is good. Took a light pretty quick. I don't know if you can see that, but a nice white ash, as it should be. Good flavor. It has that interesting autumn quality to it, I think. It's more of a bright autumn, though. I suppose to make up for how rainy and crappy it is out today, this is probably the best I could do. Today, real quick though, guys, I wanted to talk to you about something. It's my day off, so for me this is weekend drinking, so it's okay. Don't worry, I don't have a problem or anything. But I had this conversation with my dad over the weekend, and we had been talking about, he brews his own beer, and he loves smoking cigars. But it's a pretty rare occasion that he's willing to smoke a cigar and drink a beer at the same time, and I've seen this a lot with other people as well, because of the tongue bite factor. Even if you're smoking relatively slowly on your pipe or your cigar, your tongue is still heating up. Just the nature of the beast, you're putting hot smoke into your mouth, it's going to heat up. And so then the carbonation, along with the alcohol in the beer, causes that really nasty tongue bite sensation, and it sucks. If you drink beer, you probably have felt this before. So one thing that I've kind of figured out or noticed is that certain beers don't do that to me. So I started to look into it a little bit more. This beer here is from a local brewery. Neighbor's dog. This beer is from a local brewery called the Westfield River Brewing Company. Awesome brewery. If you're in the Western Mass area, and you're in, I believe they're actually in Southwick, not Westfield, but whatever, it's right on the line. If you're ever in that area, definitely go check them out. They're wonderful. But this is one of their beers that they keep on tap most of the time, I think, right? The Dude?
Yeah, it's on tap all year.
Yeah, so they pretty much keep this one on all year. It's a very popular beer for them. It's a stout, like a coffee chocolate type stout. When they first came out with it, they did a standard tap. Which is taking the CO2 carbonation, and that's what gives the bubbles in your beer. That's the carbonation in your beer. So when they were doing it that way, it still was a very good beer. A little lighter tasting, and has almost like a tin note to it though. Not even out of a can, just straight out of their tap. So the brewer, the beer maker, kind of noticed that a little bit and did some research. And so what he decided to do instead is he invested in a nitro tap, which basically takes nitrogen, and that uses nitrogen gas to force the beer out rather than the CO2. So the nitrogen, what it does is it basically makes it smooth and creamy. It's not fizzy like at all. There's really no there's not too many bubbles really to speak of. It's almost flat, but it gives it a creamy sensation. I don't know how else to really describe that. But that pretty much takes that bite away. That's what I've been doing for a while now, and I haven't had that sensation since. And I have been smoking a pipe pretty fast just to kind of test it. In fact, that's what my dad and I did over the weekend. He smoked his cigar and I smoked my pipe, and we purposefully tried to get just a little bit of tongue bite just to see if it would affect it versus a standard beer. And sure enough, we didn't feel it with the beer that we were drinking. We actually drank Guinness, which is obviously a much more common beer that you can find just about anywhere. Guinness is a perfect example of a nitro beer. If you go to a brewery and ask them if they have any nitro beers on tap, it's worth trying. Definitely worth trying if you're not familiar with it. But I know I really enjoy having a beer with a pipe. So this is basically a way that I can do that. Well, I'm going to sit out here and enjoy the rest of this crappy day. Enjoy this fantastic tobacco. Doesn't go great with the coffee flavors in this, because this is, like I said, this has like an apple type flavor to it, so it's a little different, but it's quite good. And I love this pipe. It just feels great in the hand. Alright, YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.